It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go from Lumen Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air with Smith. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
13 next.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos force the turnover on the first series of this game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Opening play, and Bo will throw. Cut by Sutton. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Working quickly here. Nix from the gun. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Offense up to the line fast. From the 17. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Is in. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either momentum.
Here's 2nd and 5. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hey, here we go, here we go.
Running back sent in motion.
Hey, trio left.
Smith on 3rd and short. Walker hauls it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
Jack's left.
Trying again following the sack. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Man in motion, out of the slot. A play fake, now Smith to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's P.J. Luck. And the Broncos will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Got it. Ready?
New set of downs for him from the 46.
18 Cardinal, 18 snap.
Going left side, Williams with it. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's go. 60 Eagles.
Left side now, caught by Sutton. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. We're back. Boom. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. Running for the marker with Williams. Juke the defender. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 13 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down. They stay on the ground with Williams. Room to the right. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Lion.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pass complete to Walker. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Sent down by Cody Barton.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hey, here we go, hey.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down.
Hey, it's a clip. Here we go. Sit.
Now Smith. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th.
Ours. Hey, go flip her up.
Smith in the pistol. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Nix with it on 1st. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a 20-zip lead. One play after their defense makes a stand, Brock. This offense says thank you very much and hits the end zone for 6.
That's really what you like to see, Kate. Both sides of the ball capable of making big plays and stacking that momentum with each other. And you really like to see the offense was prepared to get out there. A call dialed in and ready to go, ready to strike when the opportunity presented itself.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. There we go,
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
13 next, 13 next.
Staying with Walker. And he gets him around 6 there. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Desperation's a tricky thing. You could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. And they're going for this. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Pass it down close. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Going power with a big tight end. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos get more points to end a lopsided first half. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And off we go from Denver. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Kenneth Walker, the third. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Here we go.
Now Gino. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A first carry now. This is Williams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. From the 34-yard line here, 2nd and 9. And here's a quick throw out to Mims. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Nix to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now is Geno. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
19, Tiger, 9, roll, roll.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got it down to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bronco 80. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
Throwing Nix. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Here we go, hey.
Smith now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Hey, here we go, Sunday, Sunday. Here we go, here we go.
Now Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
13 there.
Geno now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 44 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
There we go.
To the air again, Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Smith. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. An audible here to get a new look.
Tuesday.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Let's go now.
Now they'll change things up. To throw, here's Nix.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Here we go. Alert.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Nix.
And he will find his man on the outside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Hawk 70.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal. Cup 19.
To throw is Nix.
Forced out to his left.
Finding Williams on the check down. And it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
60 Eagle. Mustang 19.
Nix from the shotgun. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
18, Pioneer. Go.
Now it's Nix.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. Powers ahead at the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Now Geno. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Caught left side, Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Nix to the air. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing Nix. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Check 58.
The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Throwing over the It's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix being chased out left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Williams running left. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Now they'll audible to something else. Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 tight, 19 Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd and 4.
Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Check 59, check 59, come. There we go, salute. There we go, salute.
Geno now to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And some room to work. Down the left sideline. He may go. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job. Come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
There we go.
Now it's Smith. Flush to his right.
He completes this to Walker.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be fourth down.
Run. Hey, the clip.
They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Smith now to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. On 4th down, Smith. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd.